We're ending up our last of 4 sessions here on the natural human temperaments: sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic. And we've talked in other sessions about how this is not a label, it's God's gift to us, that they are complementary, and together we form a most full image of God Himself. We talked about natural blends. Today we're going to talk about masking. This is something really important. All of us want to be loved. All of us want to be accepted. And we present ourselves to the world in a way that we hope we will be loved and accepted and not rejected. And I never was aware of my natural temperament when I was a little girl. I knew I was different from my parents, and I wanted to fit in. And this really became obvious to me in my career as a commercial real estate appraiser when I was in my 20s and 30s. I had to go to court, federal court, and I had to be on the witness stand and give my testimony about my commercial real estate appraisal in front of a judge and jury. I couldn't bring my natural, fun, outgoing, silly, goofy, sanguine self. I had to tone it down. I had to wear somber colors and lower my voice and not break out into little grins or tell stupid little jokes in between, which is what sanguines are wont to do. I had to put on a mask. It was a way that I was then going to be able to communicate the truth to the judge and the jury in a way they needed to hear it. They needed to have confidence in me. If I had lost sight of who I was and thought that I had to be that way all the time, that mask would have been bad, because I wouldn't be accepting and appreciating the beautiful gift of who I am as God made me. But when I can put a mask on for a certain situation and behave in a way that's opposite of my natural temperament, for the greater good of somebody else, then that's actually a virtue. So sometimes we put on masks because we're afraid of rejection. Those are unhealthy. Sometimes we put on masks in our behavior to be there for somebody else, to be calm for somebody else, to be uplifting for somebody else, to be what somebody else needs. The natural temperaments are raw material, and life and circumstances and maturity and all kinds of things can form our personality. A natural thing to remember is the effect of masculinity and femininity. The world tells men that they have to be strong and powerful and bold and loud and take charge and just do it, which we know as natural choleric strengths. But guess what? I'm a woman. And I have all those natural strengths that the world sometimes identifies as masculine, but I'm not a man. My husband, on the other hand, is a kind, easygoing, stable, gentle, peaceful, adaptable, flexible kind of guy, and I love him for that. But sometimes the world labels those traits as feminine, and he is not a woman, that's for sure. There are a lot of nuances to understanding the 4 temperaments. It's a really beautiful teaching that the church has relied on for centuries to help us to get to know ourselves and to love one another. You know, St. Teresa of Avila said, self-knowledge is important because it leads to humility, and humility leads to holiness, and holiness leads to happiness.